In this video, I am going to be showing my porcelain doll collection. Now, I wouldn't consider myself a porcelain doll collector, but I do happen to have some porcelain dolls that were given to me when I was very young, and I know some other people out there are porcelain doll collectors, so I'm going to show the porcelain dolls that I happen to have in my house. So starting with this one that I'm holding in my hand right now, I'll start with the brand. It happens to have the tag on here. This is Collectible Memories, and the name of this particular doll is Lisa. Some noteworthy details on this doll, starting with her head, is this really cool winter headband to keep her ears warm. Kind of wish that these would come back in fashion. I really like them. She's got this fur collar, and then this, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a necklace or looks like it's a pearl detail that brings her collar together, so that's really beautiful. And then this fur trim on her coat. In her right hand, she has this fur purse that matches her coat, and then on both sides of her coat she has a bow detail, and at the bottom you have these white shoes. So a really beautiful artistry on this doll. I kind of wish that we wore these kind of coats for our winters nowadays. Really regal, really beautiful, really elegant. And her hair is actually in really good condition. This doll's probably maybe approaching 20 years old, but her hair is in great condition. Here's the back side. I love how this is very like in style for like the Shirley Temple era. That's what her hair reminds me of, is Shirley Temple. So there is Lisa, and once again that was by Collectible Memories. And I'm gonna reach down and get this other doll, very similar to the one I just showed. This one actually is not the same brand. Well, it possibly is. The tag reads Victorian Rose Collection 1997 limited edition. Genuine porcelain doll by Melissa Jane. So if anyone's a collector out there, the camera doesn't really show a great detailed close-up of this tag, but that's why I just read it to you. So some noteworthy details, starting with the head, is also a really cool winter headband with a bow detail. Like, seriously, we should bring these kind of winter accessories back in style. I really like this headband. It looks old-fashioned on this doll, but I feel like there are some really modern ways we can make that in style. Also has like the Shirley Temple ringlets. Hair is in very good condition, I'd say. This ringlet's kind of falling, but no, I still think it's in great condition. Cool fur collar that brings her head together. Also think this should come back in style. We can make a really cool modern version of this fur collar. She's got a detail necklace right here. I wouldn't say it's a necklace, it's kind of just attached to her clothing. This part right here is velvet, and this I believe is called taffeta. And then shoes are similar to the other doll I showed you. So this is kind of like just a different color palette comparison to the other doll I just showed. And one thing I love about porcelain dolls is they make their eyes really cool, always really cool shades. So yeah, that is it for this doll. I'm gonna grab my next one. This next one is actually Anne of Green Gables. I was given this along with the Anne of Green Gables books. So I read them as a young girl and I really liked them, even though they are a little bit out of this era, but I think they're classic. And yeah, I just remember really enjoying reading the Anne of Green Gables book. I think the hair on this doll is really cool, really cool shade of red. And then once again, they always put like really cool shades of color in their irises. This hat is a cool detail to this doll. Once upon a time, there was a basket that was in her hand, but it fell out. It fell off, so that is missing. She's got bloomers and then these boots. So there is the Anne of Green Gables doll. Really fun if you are getting your daughter into reading and some of the classics. So moving on, I'm gonna put her down on the floor and then grab my final doll of the collection. This is my favorite one. It is a ballerina. I think there is just something so like classic and timeless and graceful about ballet. Like the whole art form itself, just being able to move requires so much strength in your muscles, which then leads to eloquence and grace. So anyways, enough about that, and back to this doll. We have, once again, cool shades in the eyes. It's a green color. Her hair has this really, really fun like detail on it that holds the bun together. Well, her hair is in a twist in the back. She has this really pretty detail on the front of her costume. This is kind of like a silky sateen fabric. The tooling has bows designed inside it with some sequins in the center of the bow. And then really cool detail is her ballet shoes, of course. This is a ballerina. And then if you've ever dealt with porcelain dolls, you know that sometimes when they get, their stand holds them at their waist and then they don't always stand up straight over the ears, they start to lean. So that's the one thing I have going on with this doll. And then, oh yes, to mention the brand, so we didn't have the tag on the Anne of Green Gables, but this one is a 1999 Camilla Garden collection. And on the back side it says BK Collectibles, which stands for Brass Key Incorporated, Camilla Gardens collection. So